Section 1 out of 2, boys mile. We have David Reynolds out of Merrimack Valley, New Hampshire. Will Shaughnessy out of Brunswick, Maine. Tristram Coffin out of Scarborough, Maine. Grady Satterfield out of Mount Ararat. Benjamin Porter, Falmouth, Maine. Evan Thornton Sherman out of St. Johnsbury, Vermont. Ian Mirzaev out of Herman, Maine. Kyle Burham out of Herman, Maine. And McKay Brenton and Ethan Ames out of Johnsbury, Vermont.
So mostly a Maine, Vermont show here. New Hampshire has the top seed, David Reynolds, in the unseeded heat.
16 laps of glory.
That's it, man.
What I like about this race, Shep, we got a lot of freshmen here, underclassmen. We got a freshman from Maine, 2 freshmen from Maine. So they'll be battling it out for the next 3 years.
Yeah, for a lot of these guys, it's a chance to end the season on a good note.
No. Unfortunately, the GOAT, Ryan Oosting, is not running.
He's got a big week ahead of him. He's going to be running 4x8 or DMR 4x8 and the 2 mile at Nationals next week. So a little bit of a rest week here.
But
for Oosting.
the competitors in the 2 mile will not disappoint. We got some talented. Let's call Sarah Rothman. Sarah, up here.
All right, so we have Sarah Rothman coming up from Littleton.
All right. It's an honor to bring up one of the best that we've seen in Massachusetts history. The Littleton senior, Sarah Rothman, has joined us in the booth.
So we're not giving you too much time. You're still breathing a little bit heavy
definitely.
here, but you looked relaxed today. Was the goal just to come out and win?
I was definitely looking at time a little bit more. I felt like my last couple efforts have been tactical, and I wanted this effort to be more about the time. I was actually gunning for more 10:30.
Okay.
But I think my racing style this season has been that conducive to setting the pace
So
early in the last previous ones.
through the mile, you were right on 10:40 pace.
Yeah.
So it only slowed by a few seconds. Actually, you're probably quicker at the mile than that. Are you running next week at Nationals?
I am. I'm entered in the 1 mile and the 2 mile.
Okay.
I've done a lot of 2 miles, so might see me in the mile. I think more likely than not it will be the 2, though.
Okay. In 10:30, maybe?
Hopefully. I think Massachusetts has great 2 milers, and I think to even go up to the next level and compete against some girls that have raced a little less might be good for another fast time.
Last week, it was a fun race. You had Erin Grayla from Ursuline Academy. You had SJT from Amherst. A really good girls 2 mile. What do you expect? Have you kind of scoped out the girls that might be running the 2 mile next week?
I definitely have. There's actually a lot of good representation from Massachusetts. I think Grace is entered. I think Maggie Donahue's entered. I think some other runners. So it should be an excellent field, and just sort of going to see what I can do as far as stick behind some girls and see what I got.
Yeah, Grace ran that 10:18 back in December.
Killer.
Looks like she ran the mile and the 1,000 for her team. They were runner-up at the All-State. You looking forward to running against her next week, possibly?
Absolutely. I think, regardless, all the competition looks excellent, and it will be a fun one. Not a lot of pressure on it, but just see how it goes.
And how about your sister? I think I saw her in a boot the other day.
Yeah, so she has a stress fracture, which is a bummer, and actually at the D5 state meet, it wasn't diagnosed yet, but all of our team is basically, she ran a 5:15 on a broken foot. So definitely 5:15 isn't representative of what she can do.
Shows the Rothman toughness right there. Well, congratulations,
yeah,
10:43. You're the New England State champion. We're looking forward to see what you can run next week at Nationals and obviously outdoors, and hopefully we see your sister back.
Sarah, quick question. Where are you going next year?
I'm going to Cornell.
Cornell in the house. Cornell has now Prakash, Charles Smith, both Rothmans?
Yes, both Rothmans.
Wow.
Also Tessa Reyes, who's in this
Tess
race
Reyes.
as well. So
Yeah, she closed well today. So
future teammates.
Congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Nationals.
Shout out to the Littleton Star in the house. We appreciate everything you've done. An amazing career.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Now get your cool down in.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only is she a great runner, but she's a huge, great personality. We got another star that came up to the booth. Doesn't get enough props. My main man, Michael Blake out of Hudson, Massachusetts in the house. Michael.
Real quick on the track, Coach, just so we can keep track of where we are in the 2 mile. That's Eli Nahome of New Milford, Connecticut, leading the charge here. We've broken up a ton, so let's get to it. Michael Blake, man, for us, anyways, you burst onto the scene last winter in that Division 4 meet.
Yeah.
And you must have been doing all your meets kind of in Central Mass.
Yeah, dual meets and stuff.
Yeah, and we didn't see too much of you. So we were announcing, I was announcing last winter. I was taken aback because I didn't know much about you then. And I must have said Michael Blake a million times because, like, who is this kid? So we obviously knew who you were this year. You've had a strong couple of weeks. It's a very strong year in the 300. What did you think about your performance today?
I had a great performance. I tried to take it out hard and beat Mange to the break. He got there a step ahead of me.
Yeah, as Coach H said, guy that gets to the break first in 300 today is going to win that race.
Yeah.
It was Mange. You weren't too far behind, but a guy of the a level of Kamara is you needed to get there first, right?
Exactly. By the time I was reaching that last corner, though, the air was really thick, starting to get to me, and unfortunately, I just came up short for second place from that kid in the unseeded heat.
What's so you finished third today. What's the plan? Are you running next week at Nationals?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be doing the Champion 200 and the Emerging Elite 60.
Okay, awesome.
Big week for my man. Michael, where are we going in the fall? Where are we going for college?
UMass Lowell.
Oh,
wow,
man.
Gary got another steal, man.
That's a deep team up there. They're running so well right now, and they got another steal. And Michael Blake from Hudson. Man, congratulations on your senior winter season. We look forward to seeing what you can do next week, and look forward to seeing you outdoors.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job today.
Great job, my main man, Michael Blake, heading to UMass Lowell. Coach Gary Gardner. Coaches, pay attention. Gary, he's doing a good job in Massachusetts, giving kids the light. But Coach, it's a two-man race on the track right now. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, they're going to have 5 laps to go when they come up here. We'll give you an idea of who those guys are again. Get you some girls' high jump results. It was Nagoa Bayak of Westbrook, who jumped 5'9". She came in with a personal best of 6 feet. Samantha Shinobi of Bromfield, Mass. finished 5'7" in second. Tiana St. Louis from Tolan, Connecticut, 5'5". Sarah Lavery of North Andover, 5'5". Abigail Peterson of Watertown, Mass. 5'5". And Alayton Alangundoy, sophomore from Rhode Island, 5'3" and 6, tied with Jadel Apple of Portland. Wow, we even got Sarah Rothman right before the results. This is the first heat of the boys 2 mile. We'll talk more about the seeded heat coming up. Wide open seeded heat. A lot of Rhode Island and Connecticut in the boys seeded heat here.
I tell you, it's always great to hear where the kids are going after high school. I love hearing that. And, UMass Lowell, we got a couple athletes from New Hampshire doing that as well. Cornell, shout out to Artie up there coaching them. He's doing a great job.
All right, we have 3 laps to go for our leader here in the boys unseeded 2 mile. That's Will Shaughnessy from Brunswick, Maine, the junior. Two laps to go for our leader here. That's Will Shaughnessy from Brunswick, followed by Tristram Coffin from Scarborough, both juniors, both from Maine. We won't be quite quick enough to place today, but trying to end the season with some personal bests, some momentum heading into the outdoor season. First heat of the 2 mile. Seated heat coming up. We'll talk more about that.
You can see our leader dealing with a little bit of traffic as we do come into the bell lap, and sometimes that can actually help you get around the track, right?
Yeah.
Motivation.
Nothing's changed here heading into the bell lap.
Just finding that next jersey just to chase down and reel him in and help propel you to a good time when you're running solo like he is right now.
No Colby Zarl in the 2 mile today. He's resting up for next week. So like we talked about, it's going to be a wide open championship 2 mile here at the New England Championships. So this is going to be Will Shaughnessy from Brunswick. Going to be under 10.
Shout out to Philippines in the house.
9:56 for Shaughnessy. Coffin coming in for second. He's going to be right over 10. 10:05. Boys, seated 2 mile. Getting ready here on the track.
16 laps of glory. I got my main man, Ben Burgess, Massachusetts, the UMass Amherst commit. Ben Burgess works real hard. We got some young, talented underclassmen in this race, Shep. Let's give the props to all these athletes coming up. Now, 2 mile. Love me the 2 mile. We have a young man, Robbie Kozain, at Xavier, Connecticut. Connor Visnick at Amity, Connecticut. Eli Nahome at New Milford. Jack McMahon. Bishop Hendricken. Kadar Kavan at a Fairfield. Joseph Curran at a Nashua North, New Hampshire. Evan Reynolds. Bishop Hendricken in the house again. Cromare, they've been talking about in the live chat. Aiden Terry, another Bishop Hendricken boy. John O'Rourke out of Classical, Rhode Island. My main man, Ben Burgess. Keep an eye